today's episode, Star Wars had a presence at last week's Super Bowl, but it wasn't the trailer fans were hoping for. As expected, fans had a reaction. Plus, Ben, he's back. The hunt for Ben is over. So, if you guys are ready, I know I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's talk Star Wars.
Rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Alberto Calderon. Over there's our co-host, Oti. It is Sunday. It was Valentine's Day yesterday. We'll talk about why we pushed it in a second, but thank you to everyone that's joining us today. Oti, thank you for... We had a lot of back and forth this morning, even 10 minutes ago, trying to figure out when we were going to go live, but thanks for being here. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing fine. I'll tell you, if my wife didn't go out and find me, I wouldn't have gotten your text saying, hey, I'm good for one. I would still be outside doing stuff while you were waiting, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth, a lot of changes on when we're gonna do what.
So I won't get too mad at you. Not even mad, I won't give you too much flack for it, because I did text you earlier this week, hey, Saturday, let's go at 5, and you're like, do you want me to get divorced? It's Valentine's Day, so cool. Like, okay, I forgot you're a newlywed. It's very important.
It wasn't really only just that. It's I told you before we started, I had my big deadline on Friday, so I've been working nonstop for the last month, maybe more. Even I think the last time we did the podcast, I took a break from work, changed my status to be right back, and then came back to work right after. So I really haven't been home. Yesterday was the day to just chill out. So
yeah, I appreciate it. At the end of the day, I think I also needed the day. Saturday in general, it had been a busy week for the family here. Even yesterday was busy, and at 5 I was planning if I had to go pick my daughter up, if she was going to be brought home by her friends, what was going on. So at the end of the day, it all worked out.
And then I honestly forgot we had that back and forth a couple of days ago on when we're gonna do this. So yesterday I was scrolling YouTube and saw you created the live stream for today. I was like, oh shit, is he doing it without me? I could not remember what we agreed to. And then I saw at 5 p.m. and I was like, oh right, I told him Sunday. And then you said 1 p.m. because of your storm, and then I was cooking, so I was like, I think I can make one, but maybe I'll still be doing the dishes. I don't know. So
in case you burn the house, you might need an extra 30 minutes. Yeah, it's right now there's 20-mile wind gusts outside. So you're gonna go to 30 in a couple of minutes. It's supposed to start raining from 2 till 9 p.m. Florida, it's in a severe drought, the whole state.
Really?
On our area, we haven't gotten rain. I don't know how long. So we do need it, but every time a storm comes after it's been a drought, there's tornado watches a little bit up north, so it's wild.
Yeah. On the contrary, the days here have been beautiful.
Yeah,
30 to 40 degrees, bright, shiny sun. It's very nice to walk around the city or walk around your town.
Cool. I mean, I'm done with the cold. Even this Florida cold, I'm done with it. I'm ready to go back to 90 degrees.
That's what's funny. I told my mom yesterday, it's finally now it's nice outside, and she's like, oh, is it back in the 60s? I'm like, no, it's 35.
Yeah, dude, last week I think, or maybe the week before, we had 4 or 5 straight days that we were below freezing. Our low was below freezing. I'm
really?
I can't take it too much. So with that day that it was the low was 45, I'm like, hey, finally, it's not that bad, which is still pretty cold for us down here. But
last week I had a couple -20s, so I
I
win.
can't complain. I gotta keep it just to my Florida peeps about the temperature. But if you're one of those, even up north, thank you for being here. Make sure you like this video. Comment down below if you're watching on the replay, your thoughts on the TV spot, everything else we'll talk about. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, thank you. Subscribe to our channel and leave us a 5-star rating, review, anything to let us know that you're watching and listening. Okay, so we're gonna go straight at it. Gotta mention right before we started, they would take our Puerto Rican citizenship away if we didn't at least mention the Super Bowl halftime show. The pride of Puerto Rico at the moment, I would say, Bad Bunny. A lot of talk about it beforehand. Won't go into it, but it's not my type of music, not what I usually listen to. I was sure he was gonna have a great show. It was a great show. Did you watch it? And what are your
I
thoughts about it? You gotta represent. Gotta represent with a Puerto Rico hat. Can't see the other.
it's very hard to do that with the webcam.
Yeah, actually,
Uh,
let's try this again. All right, there you go. There you go. I had the PR also on the side.
yeah. Yeah, I watched it. I was working that night, so what I did was I just sat on the couch with my laptop and worked, and I had the game on mute, and it was funny because every time I looked up at the screen, the score had multiplied. It was 3, then 6, and 12, and I was like, what is happening in this game? So like, and then like when the halftime show started, my wife was like, okay, please raise the volume as high as possible. Sure. Like you, I'm not super into Bad Bunny music. I really like him though. Like I really appreciate that he's the kind of guy, like everything he does, he calls out Puerto Rico. He's always like championing the island and everything he did, you know, for the residency he did in Puerto Rico, 30 shows, and like how he elevated just local shops, local musicians, a lot of things. Like that event stimulated the Puerto Rico economy like big time. So yeah, in a world of, you know, of urban artists that just talk about shooting each other and getting women and getting money, does Bad Bunny sing about getting women? Sure.
Like the first song, it was all about that.
But then he also sings about, you know, losing family, people moving out, and like he has earned my respect.
Okay.
Even though like I watch his residency show and I knew like 5 songs out of the 40. So I was excited to watch it because I know he's a showman. I know he was gonna do like a spectacle. It really got to me, like in a lot of different moments. Even though I think I knew most of the songs he sung that day, but like he brought Ricky Martin, who like 30 years ago was the Bad Bunny. He was the biggest star on the planet. He brought Lady Gaga, who like think about this, when Lady Gaga exploded, Bad Bunny was a bagger at a supermarket. And there he is singing with her, and she is singing with him. He brought her in.
He brought her. I remember because she got extremely excited and happy for him at the Grammys when he won. I wonder if she would be a guest, just kind of back of my mind. And then there she was.
I didn't really think about that because I know they knew each other. They've done SNL together and stuff. But like it made sense because of course they had been practicing for a while and they probably had worked together that same day. So yeah, no, it was awesome, and seeing like not only like, I don't know if you watched the Amazon concert, but like not only the house, but he built like a mini El Morro like there.
Okay, nice.
I mean in the halftime show he had like La Garita and things like that.
Oh yeah, at the beginning I think.
So
yeah, I mean it was, again, it's not music wise, whatever. But in terms of the show that he put and representing the culture of Puerto Rico, not just with the apagon, all the issues with the lighting company.
That was something that probably everyone watching did not understand what it was. How curious! But everyone from Puerto Rico was like, ah!
And I haven't lived in Puerto Rico in almost 20 years. I know. As soon as I saw the post, I'm like, oh no, the power's gonna go out. So the event itself was what I expected. A great show. I've seen a few reactions online from people from the UK, Australia. They're like, I have no idea what they're saying, but I can feel the passion and the culture behind it. And then I saw someone post, like, I don't know who it was or where I saw it, that no one really watches the Super Bowl halftime show for the lyrics. It's for the show that they put out
Yeah.
there. And that was it. It was a full-on
Yeah.
show. The production value, the whole stage was great. All the different elements. I think it was a great show without
Even my
really caring about the music that much. Even though,
even
again, from Puerto Rico, having that blood, you're vibing to it anyways.
yeah, no, again, it's not noise.
Yeah.
It's he actually does like good music. Like
Mhm.
I always say, like I'll listen to a bunny any freaking day of the week before listening to what's that? I don't know. I don't even know the rappers' names. Like I'll listen to him before I listen to anyone.
Okay.
And funny story, my boss, he's very he likes music and he's always
Mhm.
like looking for new stuff, but he's like very old, like Tom Petty, the Beatles, like
Yeah.
and he always has his jokes like, well, the bands I like will never play the Super Bowl again, so whatever. But he loved the halftime show. He's
Yeah.
like, I didn't like the music, I didn't understand a thing he said, but it was amazing, and he was super happy with it.
Yeah.
So
That's it. That's so people that complain about it, we all know why they're complaining.
Alberto, in my office, everyone was listening to Bad Bunny, like
Yeah.
during this week, like listening to Gerardo. What does "Debí tirar más fotos" mean? Why is he singing about his aunt? Things
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, oh, here I go.
What's that thing there? Piraguas. What was that? Right. So the Piraguas car, like, oh man, I love those. I do miss those.
No one
But
asked
I
about
mean,
the electricity though, so
yeah. Pedro Pascal was there, so at least Star Wars did have a presence. And
Jessica
Jessica
Alba
Alba.
was there again. Jessica Alba was the biggest
Yeah.
one of the biggest
2000s. Yeah. Early
actors in the early 2000s, and there she is hanging
Mhm.
out with Bad Bunny.
Yeah. But yeah, great show, great representation, and I hope it continues.
Did you like the game?
I like that the Patriots lost. I
Okay.
don't like the Patriots, so I'm fine that Seattle won. My teams didn't make it. The game itself, I knew was going to be a defensive kind of struggle, not struggle, offensive struggle. It was a defensive masterpiece from the Seahawks. They had one of the best defense all year, so I expected it to go that way. Like you said, they kept multiplying because everything was field goals. I think the MVP should have gotten to the kicker, not the running back, even though he got over 100 yards, which is in itself a feat. But I think the kicker should have gotten it. But by halftime, the way that Seattle defense were dominating, it was a no contest. So in itself, if you were a fan of Seattle, you probably love it. Everyone else was, it's kind of boring. Even though they always say defense wins championships, and it's true, most times those games are a little bit boring for most people because we all want to see a big shootout when it gets to the biggest game of the year. You
Yeah.
want the score to go up and up and all these big plays. So
Yeah.
entertaining for what it was. Most of the commercials were pretty lame, in my opinion. I like the
Duncan was good.
whatever. It was fine. Okay, I know people from Boston. Everything Dunkin' has to be the best thing, so I get it. I get it why you love that one.
Alberto, I'm extremely Puerto Rican. Like I like Boston as a city. Like I've lived here for 6 months. Come on. I love Ben Affleck though.
Okay, well,
And-
that's a fun commercial, so I'm not
and
gonna.
I love Duncan, but not because Boston, because like it used to be in Puerto Rico and we lost that a while ago, and happy to have it back. Happy to have one. Like I'm not joking. I have 5 Dunkin' Donuts at a 5-minute drive from me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch down here. Some of them are pretty close together, but where I live, there's no donut place. I have to go all the way to town, at least about 20 minutes to get to one. And the first one, there's 2 Dunkins. Like there's one here, there's a street light, and there's another one right next to it. So.
I'll say this: Florida Dunkin' Donuts, disgusting. I remember when my wife moved there and I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I was excited, and
No.
stale
Oh, man.
donuts.
You have to send me one from over there. I gotta go visit my brother some point, and I'll get
Get a
an actual
donut.
Boston Dunkin' Donut. A Boston Cream, one of my favorites. And I know it's been 50 minutes, and we haven't really gotten into Star Wars. We'll get to it.
There's not really much to talk about.
No, we're
It's
trying
a
to
40-second
extend this.
commercial.
We gotta keep pushing this for a while just to get to the 30-minute mark today. But let's jump into Star Wars. But before, let's take a quick side kind of.
Wait, what was the commercial you liked?
There's no commercial that I like. I think there was one. I already forgot about it. There was none that really
It
stood
was
out.
it was
Oh, I was gonna
all.
say that Disclosure Day trailer because I'm very excited about that
It's
Steven
so
Spielberg movie.
weird.
It's weird, but it's aliens. It's Steven Spielberg
Yeah.
conspiracy. I do want to watch it. Apart from that, I don't think there was any trailer that stood out to me.
I don't think there were any trailers. Oh no, the one
Sorry,
for the
commercials in general. I mean,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood spinoff. That trailer was pretty cool.
yeah.
It was all either commercials made by AI or commercials about AI.
Dude, they were so bad. And the thing is, AI, and we won't get into why all the problems with it, but it's still so obviously AI that it's, why are you spending millions and millions of dollars on something that's not visually pleasing? Everybody or most people hate what AI represents at the moment. Why are you even going this route and spending $8 million?
I mean,
I
I have a take, but I don't know if you want me to bring it up.
No, not right now. Maybe
Okay.
later. If we get bored before the 30-minute mark. We know who's not bored. People that wanted Ben back. He's finally here. Not Ben Solo, but
The
Ben
hunt for
Quadranaros.
Quadranaros.
The real Ben Solo, or the real Ben, I should say. Dude, I know you love Ben Quadranaros for whatever reason, but people were excited. Everyone, the Return of the King. What is it about Ben Quadranaros? How excited are you to see him back for half a second that he showed up in the Galactic Racers trailer?
Alberto, you know my taste in Star Wars, and you know my taste in Doctor Who. Why do you think I like Ben Quadranaros?
It's a weird alien.
Because he's freaking ridiculous. Like, what even is that? Like, what's his race? A tongue or something like that?
Sure.
It doesn't make any sense. Like a little like ball with.
Yeah.
It looks like Mike Wazowski in Star Wars.
Yeah, if you stretch him a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if I talked about this here or in my podcast, but like I was like, they bring in Ben Quadranaros into like there's no way they're doing a racing game. Ben Quadranaros, fine, we got Sebulba. Or I guess two people are excited, but like my boy has to come back, and I'm not even wearing his shirt. God damn it!
See?
It's there in the closet.
That's synergy. I'm looking for my Sebulba pop. It's somewhere, it's probably back here. I don't know. He probably just saw Ben Quadranaros and ran away.
But like, yeah, no, I was excited for this game. Racing games are not really my thing.
Yeah,
but it looked fun for the first trailer, and now that I know that he's in it, they won. They won.
I'll say the same thing I say every time a new Star Wars game comes out. I'll play this one. I still haven't played any of the others. I did play Jedi Survivor, but anyway, you know what I mean. I do like racing games just because you don't need to worry about the story. If you have 10 minutes to burn, you can just put it and do a couple of laps. So for that, I want to go ahead and play it. I know that Lucasfilm wants everything to be canon. I don't know if this game is canon or not. I don't need it. Give me young Anakin racing in his pod racer against Jedi Master Anakin Skywalker in a Jedi Starfighter. I don't care. And put Rey there in her speeder and let him race.
I mean, that would be cool. Like, I don't think you need to make the game uncanon for that. Like, you can have like a story mode that's canon, and then have like an arcade mode where you play as whoever you want.
Yeah. So it looks nice, and I'm happy for the Ben fans out there. And it's funny, and also if you're watching the Winter Olympics, there's this American skater that does this quad whatever, and he's called a quad god, and then people started putting the real quad god is here, and it was Ben Quadranaros. So it's great synergy when Star Wars doesn't even want to try. They hit the mark with a Galactic Racer ad or trailer.
Benny freaking quads.
Benny quad. But okay, let's get into it. 20 minutes. We have to get into it at some point. So we've talked about it. People speculated for weeks. Here it comes, finally. Star Wars, the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer has to drop in the Super Bowl. There's been hints. A lot of people out there in the know supposedly had this as dropping. Some people had it. We'll get a 30 spot now, and then we'll get a bigger trailer later. I saw other outlets putting, oh, there are gonna be two commercials or two trailers during the Super Bowl, and we're waiting, and there we go. We got it probably halfway through the first quarter or something. A TV spot for the Mandalorian and Grogu, not a trailer, not clips from the movie, just a fun nod
A
to the
parody of
commercials of the parody of the Budweiser or any beer commercial out there. When it started, you have this note. I thought it was the Pepsi ad that they're riffing on Coca-Cola with a polar bear. I thought it was that. And then when I saw quote unquote the horses or the hoofs, I'm like, that looks like a freaking not one, but one of the what you call them?
the Tauntauns.
Tauntaun, thank you. I'm like, that looks like a tauntaun. Is this a Star Wars thing? And then it went for like 30 seconds. A little fun nod with Mando and Grogu, and then Mandalorian and Grogu, they're back in the movies in May 22nd. See you there. And that was it. So it's been a week. I'm glad we took a week to kind of just hold back and think about it. I have both ends of the spectrum, what I feel about the ad or I guess, the strategy or whatever. But what are your initial thoughts when you saw that?
My initial thoughts were, that's random, and is that it? I don't know. I don't really have any huge opinions of it on it. I do have thoughts, but like initially, that's what I thought. I was like, this is so freaking random. Like, who was the narrator? Crap, I'm
Yeah, the guy
blanking on
from
his name. Sam Elliott.
Yes.
So yeah, super. Is he in the movie? I don't think so, but if he is, awesome.
Yeah, I don't think he's there. Maybe he'll show up as a Tauntaun Wrangler, sells him a Tauntaun. So I saw it and I'm like, okay, I'm guessing there's something else afterwards. I was 100% sure that they were going to show a trailer at some point later in the show. I thought this is just to get people kind of in the know that Mando and Grogu are going to be back. So I was expecting a trailer at some point. When the third quarter came and went, I'm like, okay, there's nothing else. Maybe during the week we'll get something. And then nothing happened. I'm like, okay, we'll talk about it. So I didn't throw my computer on and started typing angrily. What are they doing? They don't know. The movie comes out in 3 months. I didn't go that far. Like, okay, that wasn't what I expected, but whatever. So that was my initial reaction the first 2 days.
I don't know. Like, are we still in the era where people need to have like huge opinions on everything?
Yes, of course we are.
Like, I've seen more people, like, most comments I've seen, it's been like, I'm there day one, but I don't know if this convinced anyone to go watch it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any normies like complain about it. Granted, I haven't seen any normies talk about it. So
exactly.
like, I don't know, like, it's Disney's movie. It's Disney's money. Like, they're not using my money to make this movie. So like, if the movie bombs, I'm gonna be bummed because like it's gonna have a trickle down effect probably. But like at the same time, like I'll still watch it, and if it's good, I'll still enjoy it. So who cares?
Yeah, I saw a lot of people online saying, "Oh, people are talking about it, so it's working. That's what they needed. People talking about it." But yeah, it's weird talking about it. The people that always talk about Star Wars are the ones talking about it. Like, no one at work came to me to talk about Star Wars. My brothers who like Star Wars usually text me when there's a new trailer or something. Nobody reached out, so
because it wasn't a trailer. It was just like, hey, this exists. I do want to say, I think the idea is cool and clever. And I saw in Star Wars Explained, they were talking about how it would have been fun if they did like maybe 4 of these and like mimicking different commercials, maybe do like a detergent commercial with Grogu or something like that. And I think that would have been awesome. But like my only issue with this is like, yeah, the idea is cool, but like you still don't know anything about this movie. And here you do a commercial that's just like riffing on another thing, and that's it. Like it's just like a title and a date and cool. But at the same time, I saw people being like, oh, it's mimicking this beer commercial, so tonally it's detached from. It's like, come the fuck on! Like, it's a fucking commercial for a
Yeah.
football game. Jesus Christ!
And again, we've talked about this. I don't know how many years. Every time the Super Bowl comes, we'll always have a trailer, and they never do. So
They don't
apart from
even
the
have a
solo
movie.
TV spot, they never really show up there. Like Spider-Man, which I think right now is a bigger kind of market for them than Star Wars, didn't get a trailer, and that's coming a couple of weeks after Mandalorian and Grogu. Avengers, which granted comes out in December, but it's the one everyone wants, nothing about it. So it's not surprising that they didn't spend a lot of it in the Super Bowl. I know people want it. I want to see it. I want to know what the freaking story is. But it doesn't surprise me that much that we didn't get a full-on trailer during the Super Bowl, because Disney, at least Lucasfilm, rarely shows anything at this point during the game.
You know when you should expect a huge Star Wars commercial in the Super Bowl?
Oh, next year.
Next year, because ESPN is doing it.
Yeah.
So, like, there you go.
And I heard a lot of people, again, maybe I'm just guessing here, saying, oh, they spent $8 million on this commercial. $8 million.
Not my money, again.
Not my money. But now putting on my, I guess, conspiracy theory hat, my tinfoil hat, the next year's Super Bowl, it's in ABC. So they'll probably Starfighter won't cost them anything. Maybe they cut a deal with NBC and say, hey, this 30, maybe it's half of it, $4 million. Then next year you'll promote your movie
Jurassic
on my
Park movie.
Yeah, on my thing on ABC, and then we'll cut a deal. You'll pay half for it. Again,
I don't think it's a money issue. Disney has plenty of money to spend on Super Bowl commercials if they want it, and also, like, I think if they wanted to, like, release a big trailer, they would have done. I think with Solo, that's what we got. We just got like a brief snippet and a whole like trailer tomorrow or something like that. I think they would have gone with that. What's the marketing plan? I have no idea. Like, this movie is coming like very soon. Like,
we're 3 months out, and kind of finishing off with kind of just the ad in general. So, was it fun? Yeah. Did it miss the mark on where the fandom is or where Star Wars is in the general consciousness of people? Maybe. I know I talked here ad nauseum about, oh, people love Baby Yoda when they see them at the theater. The families are gonna go. It's been 3 years since people out there have really seen them, so maybe they're not as excited for the little green guy anymore. But we'll see. And people are comparing it to the Lilo and Stitch, and you'll stay seeing Baby Grogu in a bunch of different ads when it starts, and maybe that'll get people excited again, the families to go. But yeah, like you mentioned, I already asked for the day off from work. I'm gonna be there, even if the trailer comes out and it sucks. I'm gonna be there. Most of us that are complaining, where's the marketing coming? Where's the trailer? We're gonna be there when they say tickets online now. We're gonna crash that site because we're buying them.
Yeah. No, I need to. Thanks for reminding me. I need to ask for the day off. But yeah, no, I do think like it would have been fun if they did like the John Wick sequence that we've seen where Mando goes into the ad and shoots everyone, like, again, like a kind of hallway sequence.
Yeah.
I think that would have been amazing for them to do for the Super Bowl, and that be like the big like announcement to the world, like, hey, this movie's coming. But instead they went for a Budweiser parody, so okay. Sure, Jon Favreau. He directed it.
He directed it. He's out there talking about it, which we'll get into, because it's starting. Might not be the marketing that we wanted, but it's starting.
It is. Also, another thing that's cool, and I will say, and Star Wars Explained talked about this, but like in the Super Bowl where everything was AI or AI related, like it's cool to see ILM at work. So
I think they were saying that Tauntauns were puppet or something. I haven't seen any breakdowns about it. So again, I like what I saw. Just kind of underwhelmed because it wasn't what we were expected. But again, that's kind of false on us. Nobody from Lucasfilm said, "Hey, we're dropping a trailer." We're just going what people out there are saying. So,
and it's funny. Like, I'm the biggest Star Wars fan I know, and every time anyone asks me about this movie, I'm like, I have no idea what it's about. No clue.
But you know what? I rewatched the original trailer or teaser a couple days ago. I had a smile on my face from beginning to end. Like, this movie is gonna be fun, and I think that's all that it needs. I know some people out there, this isn't gonna move the Star Wars story forward. There's gonna be a 2 hour, 4 episodes on the movie screen. There's nothing substantial about this movie. It's fun. I know we want all this Mando backstory that didn't work out for a lot of people from season 2 to season 3. This is gonna be a fun adventure, and I'm just gonna stuff my face with popcorn for 2 hours, and that's all I
Yeah.
want from this movie, really.
Yeah, my issue with this movie is that it's not that it doesn't look fun or good, because like everything I've seen, I've liked. I just don't think I've seen enough of it.
Yeah. And then hopefully by the time it comes out, we're like, okay, stop, you're showing too much.
Stop with the marketing.
Do you think it has anything to do with people always gonna talk about Super Bowl commercials? Uh, People used to say Star Wars doesn't put stuff out there because it'll get lost in all the other trailers that are out there. The conversation is gonna be kind of overwhelmed by other things, even though there weren't that many trailers out there. Plus the halftime show, all the backlash, not back, manufacturer backlash. I would say that people were gonna have the next day.
Most watched halftime show ever.
I know, but you know that conversation was gonna
Yeah.
be all focused on the halftime. So even if you put a trailer out there, most people weren't gonna be talking about it. So maybe hey, let's not get into this right now. Wait
Sure.
a week or so. I'm not saying it's gonna drop, but today's the NBA halftime. I mean All-Star game. It's a lot of eyes on it. It's the United States against the world, so there's a lot of international eyes on it. So and it's not gonna cost $8 million. So
Is
it's a
it on
good time to
ESPN?
just, no, it's not.
Oh.
Actually, no, it's on NBC. So that's the only thing. But if they want millions of people watching, it will be a good time to drop it.
I do think like everything you mentioned maybe is a factor, and like, these companies are not very smart as people think. But like I do think like in a year that we didn't have great commercials or many
Yeah.
trailers, it would have been awesome
Yeah.
if they did a huge screw it, like throw all the money into it, a huge 2-minute trailer. Here you go. With some explosions,
Yeah.
ripped Jabba the Hutt, Mando shooting stormtroopers,
Oh, man.
ships exploding. Like, screw it,
Bunch
do
of
it.
X-wings.
Yeah, but hey, whatever.
So-
They did a Budweiser parody. Sure.
So we kind of already touched on it a little bit, but it's
And-
Lucasfilm.
Sorry, and another thing I want to say, like, we started this whole journey with this new era of Star Wars of people saying Lucasfilm is too precious with Star Wars. They need to line up and do fun stuff. And here they are,
Yeah.
lining up, not taking it seriously. Oh my god, why?
So this is a great transition
Oh.
to is Lucasfilm out of touch with the fandom out there, what people
I don't
want?
think so.
It's the only thing I would say. It's Star Wars, and we've talked about this before. It's not the foolproof kind of thing out there that it used to be. Like when The Force Awakens was coming out after 10 years of no movies or anything. It was going to make $1 billion. It's going to be a hit regardless. We're not at that point right now. People have moved on. The MCU kind of took over. That has gone down. So it's not really out there in terms of Star Wars. People hear Star Wars and they get excited if you're not a big fan. So maybe I can understand a little bit if they're out of touch, but I think the fandom is also out of touch with what they want. It's like when Solo came out, oh, we want new stuff. Okay, here goes Solo. It's separate from everything. No, I don't like this. Give me something else. Oh, The Last Jedi is different. No. Oh, because Force Awakens was a ripoff of A New Hope. Okay, here goes Last Jedi, completely different. No, that's too different. I don't like that. Okay, Solo, a character you like. No, I don't like that. I just want Harrison Ford. So yeah, there's also a disconnect from our side of if it's not 100% what I want, it's their fault. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. I also thinking here, like, I don't think they're out of touch. Like, I think everyone's out of touch with everything. Like, Twitter isn't the real world. Just putting it out there. And Blue Sky isn't the real world either. So putting it out there. I would say Blue Sky is even less the real world. Shoot me.
I don't want to be in the real world right now. It's difficult out there.
Hey, I'm not telling you to leave. I'm just saying it's not the real world.
Nothing to do. Disconnect and go outside. Even though I said it was a busy week, I wasn't connected to my phone. I was outside doing stuff with my family. It's refreshing.
I will say that, like, we've also, and this is also a Twitter conversation and Blue Sky social media conversation that everyone has, like, keep the budget moderate, don't go crazy. And here we are, like, why didn't they spend $30 million on a commercial?
A trailer that we know we're all gonna see on YouTube in 5 minutes after you spend all that money. Yeah, I mean, it's weird out there. It's
Yeah.
because I've seen from people say, oh, it's fun. I'm really excited. I'm gonna go watch it. Other people's like, this did nothing for me. What are they doing? I'm not excited for this movie at all. Okay, then you're not gonna like it anyways. And
Yeah.
people complaining. Anyway, same with this AI stuff. When a lot of what I've seen from this movie, I don't want to say they look like puppets, but when Mando's fighting the Jarek characters on that pit, they look like freaking not people in suits, but it doesn't look CGI. It
Yeah.
looks like a combination of everything, and I love that look. And
I mean,
I know people say, "Oh, the CGI is terrible." No, they look tactile. It looks fun.
and
That's what I want.
that's a lot of what Favreau brings that I think
Yeah.
people forgot about, the first season, because then we kept getting it in 2 and 3. But like, he is not only a Star Wars fan, he is a fan of how those 3 movies were made, and
Mhm.
he
Yeah,
likes
I
playing
agree.
with those toys, and he'll go to
Which a lot of
ILM
the
and
fandom love on those behind the scenes we got. They love all using those techniques, and when the Razor Crest went down on the line, the same as they did in Return of the Jedi, it's like people fell in love with that, and now that's a knock on Favreau and Filoni.
I'm dying for us to get a DVD for this movie and see the behind the scenes and see how they made it. Because like, it's gonna be interesting to me to see like the blending of the volume and how that
Mhm.
technology works, and also knowing he's a huge ILM fan, being like, let's see what tauntauns you have in the vault.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get that DVD in 2030 if they still exist. Everything's streaming now altogether with the times.
I still buy DVDs. They come out like 3 months after the movie comes out.
Right now. Um, but anyways, marketing is starting. Like it or not, a bunch of toys just got released and announced.
Really?
Black figures.
What?
Uh, Dude, where have you been? I guess you're
I've been very busy.
no, you're in the real world. I forgot you. Matrix here. So there's a bunch of Funko Pops that were revealed. Black Series, Lego sets. No new character that we're gonna talk a lot about. Yes, there's a droid with a fur coat. I get it. Haha, people love their droids. I'm sick of it.
There's a
But
droid with a fur coat.
there's a B1 battle droid basically with like a fur coat riding.
Damn.
I don't have it here. Riding one of those. Remember the Clone Wars? A little. I don't even know how to call it. I think it's called a stab. Kind of on this one person flying machine. So he's on one of those things. So there's like not a Black Series, like a vintage collection toy of that. There's a bunch of Mando and
Yo.
Grogu. I love that Seb. There's two Sebs, and one of them is kind of popping out from the Razor Crest, the new Razor Crest. I love that one. It looks like it's too small for him, so I love that one.
Damn, dude. Black Series are super expensive now.
That's it, like $30 almost already.
Yeah, $27. Holy
Jesus,
shit.
no. He has a sword. And no one has talked about it.
Who
That
has a
Black Series
sword?
Mando, like an actual sword, not the dark saber or
Oh,
lightsaber. It's like and it's not a dagger. He has a dagger and a freaking broadsword almost in that
really?
Black Series.
Let me see.
So while you search for toys on our live
Damn.
show, uh,
Oh shit, that's a sword.
Filoni talked about it. Talked about, hey, people have been guessing more or less what's going on. We're gonna see more soon. So he did talk about not the trailers coming out today, but saying we're gonna see something soon. A little bit about what's happening. He says that we saw Baby Yoda train with Luke, so he has a little bit more kind of force knowledge right now. Plus, he's been training with Mando. They're ready to go on a mission together. So gave a little bit of information about it. So even though it's not a trailer, it's starting out there. The conversation is going every day. They kept showing more. First were kind of I think the
Mm-hmm.
Funko Pops first, then the Black Series, then some Legos. So there's some conversation out there. So it wouldn't surprise me in the next couple of days we do get something a bit more official. Like you always say, on a random Tuesday, we'll get the trailer.
Like the first one on a random
Yeah,
Tuesday.
I thought
Dude,
we were gonna get it this past Thursday or something, but
there's a young Count Dooku Black Series.
oh, that's interesting. Interesting. And there's some new kind of I must say, buying it. I must say immediate buy. There's some Clone Wars Funko Pops, like special edition ones. There's a Dooku that looks great, a Django, and I think a Mace Windu. Some weird effects on them look pretty cool. But anyway, Oti, it's starting, and Star Wars is all about merchandising. So at the same time, it's not that surprising that first thing we start seeing are toys.
As it should be. As it should be.
So it's funny when people say,
And by the way, that's actually an upgrade from like the previous movies, because like they were so secretive about it that it took months for us to get toys. Like,
I mean, I guess when half of them are Mandalorian and Grogu, you should get them
it's
pretty
easy.
easily. They got, I think, a Black Series for the Sigourney Weaver character.
I saw.
The name is there. I didn't catch the name.
Just saw it and forgot.
Ones, and then this droid. And there's a bunch of new Imperial Remnant Stormtroopers. Like there's like 3 variants. So many Star Wars. Like I was gonna say, it's funny when people complain that Disney's all about merchandise and merchandise. Oh, it's get a new helmet. Come buy it. I just want your money. That's what made Star Wars.
Yep.
Look, that's what Star Wars is. It's merchandising and selling the stuff. Yes, Spaceballs riffed on it because that's what it is.
It's stuff.
That I can't find space for it anymore. Lightsabers, Funko Pops.
That's why I stopped buying stuff.
I can't. I know, like you kind of, I guess jokingly, maybe not, were buying that young Count Dooku one.
I didn't buy it.
I don't have space right now. Even though I bought this bookcase for space, I don't have space. Even my work office is full. I can't bring all that stuff here. So, but it's fun to look at and speculate.
It is.
All right. So I don't know if there's any kind of big event coming. The NCAA not Final Four, March Madness is coming, but we're 3 months, almost exactly 3 months away from the movie. I think we're close to, by the end of February, I guess we should get something. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know what game they're playing. Like, sure.
But at the same time, I just saw a trailer a couple of days ago for Scream 7 or whatever it is, which is coming up fairly soon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they just started the marketing now. And then every day I see something.
Yeah, but like, here's the difference. Like, that movie's coming out next week or the week after that. Screen cost what? Like $30 million?
Yeah.
So, like, they don't really need to do a huge push here.
And I don't mean do it a month before, but at the same time, I think 3 months is enough time to get the word out. And people
if it were up to me, we would be like 3 trailers in at this point, I think.
Yeah, no. I mean, I put my marketing advertising hat on. I have my diploma back there. But at the same time, it's Lucasfilm does their own stuff. And for the most part, it's been working out for them. So I know we want it now, but I still trust the process. I trust the team. And if the movie comes out and bombs because it sucks, then okay, whatever. But if it comes out and it's fun and it doesn't make money, then at the end of the day, like you said, it's not our money. We'll be sad for what doesn't get made, but I just want to have fun at it. I just want to go to the movies and have fun.
Yep, same here.
Something that looked fun, but I guess didn't happen. Someone pointed out that Production Weekly had listed Skeleton Crew Season 2 as something that was in production, and we, of course, lost our mind. They took it out like 3 or 4 hours later. They removed it. I think there was also Mandalorian Season 4 that got removed, so people said, oh, here we go.
I mean, Jon Favreau has said that he doesn't know what's going to happen with Mando after the movie. So
I don't know.
He supposedly has a Season 4, but...
Yeah. Skeleton Crew, that's the one I wanted. Give me a Season 2, Skeleton Crew.
I love that show so much. I even forget sometimes that it existed, but that show brought me so much joy. And it ended up being so good.
That, I think we mentioned it at some point. I know people talk about Andor being the kind of Star Wars went all in, kind of took the leap on something. I didn't know if it was going to work to be more like Andor. The Skeleton Crew was the biggest kind of hurdle out there, biggest challenge to get people on board with a very family-friendly Goonies 80s Star Wars vibe with just kids. Yeah, you have Jude Law as the adult, but it was focused on the kids, and it wasn't Stranger Things. People thought we're gonna get a bunch of gore out there. These are kids trying to figure out the freaking galaxy out there, And week in, week out, we got great shows, great episodes, keep getting better and better. The finale hit. We got a villain that didn't turn back at the end. He stayed bad all the way through. It was a great show.
But was endearing still.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, we all
we
wanted to.
liked him.
Oh,
'Cause
Joe
he
Nana
was
would.
bad, but he wasn't evil. So
Almost, but no.
he kind of goes there at one point, but
Yeah,
like
at the end,
but the heart is still there somewhere.
yeah, what a great show. I do. I think
I love
similar.
that show.
Sometimes when I try to figure out my favorite Star Wars shows, I forget about Skeleton Crew, and then that jumps up a bunch of spots because it was a great show. All right, that's it. That's Star Wars.
I was just thinking, it's funny if I had to rank my favorite Star Wars shows. This will be controversial, but like I love all the Star Wars shows.
Mhm.
It will probably be near the bottom.
Andor?
And I adore, I
Yeah.
love that show. So again, like I'm down with Disney Plus and shows in Disney Plus, but like at the same time, I think every single one has been good. So
Manito, what do you want to take away from Star Wars and those shows in particular? I always keep Kenobi first because Obi-Wan is Obi-Wan, and
Yeah.
that
no,
even
that's my
those
favorite.
interactions with Anakin and with Vader were just gonna overtake any bad production that you might think of that show. And
Dude, they brought in
Ahsoka,
Leia and nailed it.
yeah, and even little Luke, they were like, "What are you doing? This is almost sacred ground." It
Hello
still
there.
worked. It's still hello there with the little toy. It
Qui-Gon
still
at the
works.
end. I love it. God bless.
Qui-Gon, that every week I'm here. Where's Qui-Gon? Give me
Right.
Qui-Gon.
Last 10 seconds.
Oh man.
And also, I can't wait for Ahsoka season 2.
It's again for people like us that love the Force and everything related to it. Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Acolyte, those shows are gonna be in those top in that conversation. Book of Boba Fett, Mando's still great. It's almost impossible to rank all the shows, but you know what I'm gonna rank and changing paces just because I finally finished after about 2 weeks. I watched a whole Daniel Craig era of James Bond. I watched the 5 movies. I only had seen the first two when they came out. I've seen Casino Royale a bunch of times, but I finally sat down. Let me watch all of them. So I watched them. Dude, he's great. That character.
How you rank them?
Casino Royale is first.
Mhm.
Second, I think, is Skyfall.
Okay.
And then third would be No Time to Die.
Okay.
Then Quantum of Solace is the last one. What's the
Spectre.
Spectre? And then Quantum of Solace falls like 3 steps compared to other ones. So.
I think I would rank them very similar to you. Casino Royale is my favorite James Bond movie, period. But you say Quantum of Solace is way down. Yes, that's my least favorite, but I hate Spectre as well. Okay. So like that's one of the few times I left the movie theater angry. Like I was like, this was trash. But
why? I need to know. I need to know why.
I don't know. I was like in the peak of my hype with Christoph Waltz, and I thought they kind of botched that character. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen it since I watched it in the movie theater, so maybe I watch it and I like it a little bit more. But I just remember hating it. So it's funny. In the order they came out, it's like I liked one, I hit it one. I liked one, I hit it one. But for No Time to Die, I think is amazing as well. So all three of those I like a lot.
I put Skyfall ahead of No Time to Die. I think I love that.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, Silas, right? The bad guy. In that one, I like better. Love that cat and mouse. It's not just James Bond trying to find them. It's him trying to get to him. So that kind of chase goes back and forth. So I love that dynamic a little bit more than No Time to Die. One thing that this saga did great was connecting every single film
for the first time ever.
It was perfect. It wasn't, oh yeah, remember that thing that no one remembers from the first movie? Now it's very important in the last one. No, in every single
Vesper
movie
has something to do with all of them.
And Mr. White, which is the first movie, you're like, whoever this guy is very important through all 5 films. So they did a great job connecting all of them. And then Quantum of Solace, the story itself is just trash. The villain is trash.
That's a writer's strike movie. Like that
Okay,
movie
I'll
was
give
made
them.
during the writer's strike, so it. Well, a lot of movies in that year sucked because of that. But yeah, no, Skyfall is a great one. Like
Mhm.
it's funny because like No Time to Die is like the end and the one where he dies,
Yeah,
but like Skyfall is just like such a devastating movie, like
yeah.
all the way
Mhm.
through. So
Mhm. Yeah, and then for me, Spectre started pretty great. I think the first act it's
the
awesome.
first sequence is cool, like in
Yeah.
the Day of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. But then it goes down, which is weird because it's very action intensive, that second part with Batista, the car chase, and the helicopter chase. But I didn't feel anything about them. There was no dialogue, no kind of
And
sense of
Batista was in that
danger.
movie. That movie had a great cast.
Yeah, I think he was just a big dumb guy that they brought. He At this point he's a lot better actor than he was
Yeah.
back then, and he still did great in that movie. But even the action scenes in that second half were kind of, I don't know. I don't feel anything. There's no sense of danger. There's nothing really going on here. So by the time it gets to the end, it's like, oh yeah, Christoph Waltz is the actual bad guy we haven't seen in 2 minutes at the beginning, a little bit at the end. I don't know. Didn't hit with me.
Quick thing, Batista, best wrestler turned actor that we've ever had. His best role, his 10-second cameo in Blade Runner. I'll leave it there.
He was there for about 2 minutes.
His 2-minute cameo in Blade Runner.
It was pretty great. I always forget. I always try to put Jason Momoa in that category, and no, he's not a wrestler. He just looked like one.
He
At the
looks like
same,
one.
yeah, and came at the same time, or became a big action
He
star when The
he,
Rock and Batista and Cena all were kind of getting into it.
he,
And I
he
put him
wouldn't
as
he wouldn't be a Hardy brother. He would be like a Hardy cousin
yeah,
who lives in Hawaii.
yeah. But I think Batista might be the best one right now because I love all the different roles that he takes. The Rock right now is just an action guy, nothing else. He started a little bit different. But Batista, and he said, I want to be a great actor. I want to be in rom-coms. I want to do this and that. And he's getting better and better and better. So, yeah.
And John Cena has a lot of talent too. Like
Yeah.
but he's like a very specific. Have you seen Pluribus?
Yes, I saw Pluribus. I loved the first 3 episodes, and then it was an okay show for me. Sorry.
Did you finish it?
Yes.
I love the show, but like his cameo on that show is pretty great. And hello there, Grandmaster Solus.
Hello there. Sorry you
but-
came in at the tail end where we
Yeah.
stopped talking Star Wars. Well, thanks for being here.
But what I was saying, like I was listening to it behind the scenes, and they were saying that he recorded that scene and hadn't read the script for the show. So he was like, guys, what the hell am I reading?
Oh man, it is a weird show if you don't know what's going on. So yeah, I can imagine. All right, I think with that we come to an end of our show. We strung this out for 52 minutes, Oti. So I think we did a good job trying to find something to talk about without really talking about Star Wars TV ad, which didn't happen. But when it comes, I think people need to relax. We have Shadow Lord coming in a couple of months. I don't know if they want to mix and match the promotion for both. Probably don't care. So anyway, we'll be soon. Oti, thanks for being here. Anything else before we switch off?
Nope. I'll see you guys whenever Alberto drags me back in.
If we can figure out timing. But all right, so we'll be here in a couple of weeks, maybe whenever it's like you said. I'll drag you in when I try to find my stuff. Whenever there's Star Wars news, we'll be back. We're talking about it. Hopefully, we'll be soon. Shout out to all the people in Puerto Rico out there. Bad Bunny, if you didn't like it, I'm sorry. It's here to stay. So stay safe. Be safe. We'll be back soon. End transmission. See you next time.